Hello, hello. Welcome to today's messages brought to you by the cheetah or some wildcat. I woke up this morning to whatever that noise is that cats make to signal, get the heck away from me with your Ness. Like a little panther. It was Mims this morning. There's a black cat that I've named Nix, who I think is wild, stray. I don't know. I don't know her story. But she oftentimes pins Mim down, and Mims is super vocal. Super vocal. So I can always hear when she's setting a boundary. She actually is the one who helped me learn boundaries. That just because somebody finds you unbelievably cute does not give them access or right to touch and cuddle and, all that stuff. Okay. Trust. Beautiful. You have a strong connection to your soul's loving voice and have faith in your intuition. This has been the journey, right? This is the journey of trusting self, of reconnecting and re-establishing connection with self, higher self, inner self, all of the selves, right? And our divine spirit team who communicates through your higher self or through the same channel. Okay, so trust. You have a strong connection to your soul's loving voice and have faith in your intuition. Your intuition is your soul's loving voice that you have connected to and have been developing the trust towards to cover all of the dimensions, right? Dreams wanted to come out. Trust your dreams. Trust what you see in your dreams are either things that are being processed to be released in a safe environment, or they are visions of potential timelines, or they are aspects of various timelines that you need to experience. And instead of experiencing it in your waking world, you experience in your dream world so that you can retain the same lessons and communications without having to rearrange your whole living world in order to experience them. Does that make sense? That makes sense. 1 second. Okay. I needed water for my sponge. It only works when you have a water vessel if the water vessel has water in it. Okay. One more shove. Okay, what were we talking about? The trust within. This is it, the beautiful connection that we have with our inner is helping us, guide us as we flow. Okay. Courage and growing older. Okay, crowage. Courage in the face of love. Okay. I'm going to put this one away. It flipped. But it is a nod, just like the dreams, right? Every day we are getting older, and that only carries us the amount of weight that we apply to it. Switch your perspective of getting older as accumulation through experience, your wisdom, and become an active nurturer of your wisdom. And then it isn't a fear of growing older. It is a quest for wisdom. Something like that. Switching your perspective up. Okay. The courage to carry on, the courage to trust, right? It's a risk to trust. This is why we establish firm risk management, right? By mindfully choosing our thoughts around it. Taking risk for the risk taking part itself versus the result. This alleviates the pressure on the risk working out or not, right? It takes it so that it's not about whether it works out or not. It's about me rising up with the courage to take a risk. Okay? Something about that. Confirmation. Beautiful. Yes. Okay, this is your confirmation of how courageous you are. It takes courage to trust your heart, to trust others. Okay. Okay. Rise up, rise up, rise into the city. I don't know what the words are. I'll have to look it up and attach it to the notes. Okay, what do we got? Rise up, rise up. Beautiful confirmation. Okay, look at this. We get a confirmation on a confirmation. Ingwas. The courage to endure, to trust, to believe, to receive. Whoa. To achieve. Wow. All of those things. And we opened up on it. Okay. Creation, wholeness, harmony, evolution, and energetic bursts. Slowly, no, still, but with slowly building intensity. The full-maned lion sits poised for action. He holds within himself the potential for an explosive release of energy. He is the leader and father of his pride. If called to, he will make the ultimate sacrifice to ensure the survival of the next generation. Ingwas is a rune of growth, the spark of life, and the germinating seed. It has the enormous creative potential. It has enormous creative potential and is the fertile male representation in balance with Berkano's female. Dang it. Oh my God, here. Sorry, I got distracted because I didn't put on my transcription recorder. So don't mind me. I'm just going to quickly do a recap here. Okay, we've got trust coming out. You have a strong connection to your soul's loving voice and have faith in your intuition. We've got courage at number 32. Following that, to establish, reestablish, to confirm. No, it's not going to work. Dang it. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to carry on. Forget about it. Forget about it. Okay. I turned it off. This one's just for us. I'll figure something out. Okay, if you receive this rune in a reading, consider taking time away to create space for transformation and inner growth. It is time to build up your energy stores. An explosive expenditure of energy may soon be needed. Beautiful. Beautiful confirmation of the courage, right? It's like the mustering up of the courage, the active accumulation of the energy needed to rise up when the opportunity or whatever it is presents itself. Let's get a proper shuffy here. Were those proper shuffies proper enough? Okay. What do we got? Oh, it's love. Okay, the courage to love and be loved. Yes. Yes, courage to be loved and to love. And really it does, right? There are... Sorry, I'm just getting caught in this guy. It was this part here that was drawing me in. And it's like this protective armor over the heart. Reminds me, there was this movie. What was it? Oh, it was a dragon movie. Dragonheart, maybe. And this relationship, I think he was a dragon hunter and he was the last dragon, and they develop a relationship, and then a spoiler alert, I feel like it is a spoiler alert, but somehow the dragon shares his heart or something, and it's beautiful. Okay. And then to destroy who the dragon is attached to or something, they had to destroy the dragon. It was something like that. Anyways, the dragon pulled or exposed a part, like the scale, moved the scale over so that they could get a clear shot at it. Now I could be combining a couple dragon movies, okay, Because isn't not how smog gets taken out? There's a missing scale, and they're able to shoot the projectile right into. Anyways, okay. So alongside this love and having the courage to rise up and the confirmation and running after it when it arrives, right? On the topic of love, and then we've got this protection shield. You're the heart is so protected, nothing can penetrate, and typically this is what we want, but not when it comes to Cupid's arrow. Okay, something like that. Okay, what were these other ones? Oh mama, was it 4? Oh mama. Oh, and then the Emperor is right there. Okay, and then strength, gorgeous. Okay, I just was pulling off the top. But right, because when this one flipped, there were others that flipped, and I couldn't remember if it was 3 or 4. And then I was led to keep pulling, okay? But the point is that with love came you as an overflowing cup, drawing in your gorgeous reflections, being able to see things from different perspectives. Maybe there's somebody already in your life that you have never considered in alternative ways before, or maybe it is how you are perceiving yourself as one worthy or able to receive love. There's so many different ways that we can interpret these things. Okay, but this is definitely you and you drawing in your reflection. Okay, so that's beautiful. And this, are you ready for love? Oh, baby, I'm ready for love. Ready for love. Oh, baby, I'm ready for love. What is that song? No, 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 no. I don't know. Sometimes I almost get the full songs. We'll discover later. Okay, but the things are yet to be revealed, and this is the king or the emperor vibes, this ingwas, right? Making the sacrifice for the good of all to ensure the survival of the next generation. It's part of what the emperor does as the ruler of an empire. It is important to make sacrifices and do what's necessary for the good of all, right? And having the gorgeous courage and strength to rise, to lead, to do what needs to be done. Okay. When the moon is right. Okay. What? Who this? Who this? It's the judgment card. Okay. The rebirth. The phoenix from the flames. The second life. Not to be mistaken for the virtual reality world that you can play on your computer. Okay. But also, kind of. In Second Life, the virtual reality platform, you can choose your own adventure. You can choose to engage with every aspect or none. You can go on and pick a pre-made avatar. There's lots of selections, lots of styles, varieties, flavors, shapes, sizes, dimensions, right? You could pick one of those and you can wander about and explore other people's creations, right? Or you can go in and create your entire avatar from scratch, augmenting, having control over shapes, sizes, angles, all of the same things. You can acquire a piece of property or land, and you can build, you can create your own environment. You can terraform, you can put in pre-made objects like trees and fences and houses and flower fields and all these things. Or you can actively create those objects that you then build a world in. The point is, you have full access to your experience. Oh, whoa. Okay. Full access to your experience and how you want to play and engage. Okay. Just like in Second Life, there are many avenues, many dimensions. From you can live out any of your dreams. I remember one of the first major adventures that I went on with my best friend at the time. We were mermaids, okay, flying dragons in space, okay, and found a planet where aliens were having a dance party, okay, and we joined them. And so there is no limit except your imagination. And I feel like this is part of your courage to be an active participant in your world, in the world that you create for yourself from here on. You are reborn. What are you going to do with it? Right? And there's a period where we're woken up and things still look similar, right? And so there's this, have we shifted? Is this my second life? Have I been reborn? Am I the phoenix? You know, all of these things. But then you start taking and trusting and demonstrating the courage and recognizing the confirmations, right? And fully invested in love on all your perspectives. And then you start seeing how things move and shift far more quicker than you've ever experienced before. And then there you go. You're off and running. You're riding the river and trusting that it knows where it's going. Okay, we had these two flipping out. It's the star and the ace of wands, the spark of inspiration, the light, the flame that ignites you, that you tend within. Okay, what are we getting with these two cards coming out? The stars, the star journey, this process of healing, remembering your internal starshine. And this is that passion stick, the spark of inspiration, the flash of clarity that you achieve that allows you to see everything clearly. Yes. Okay. This is who you've become through your star process. You've become an overflowing cup of liquid sunshine and an emperor of your own dang empire. recognize, look at it from the different perspectives and see it. This is your confirmation. Look at all of the gorgeousness. Trust it. Trust the messages you are receiving. Okay. Let's get another card from somebody else. Let's get one of these cards. An astrological card. Okay. Okay. That's the one, apparently. Came out just like it was supposed to. Look at this. Solar calm, clarify, gorgeous confirmations, okay? Beautiful. I love this with the moon too, right? It's like the sun and the moon. That balance to find clarity. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And it knocked over love. Okay, so I feel like clarity is coming in about love. Okay, which tracks? Because what's going on here? Something that is going to spark, inspire, and be gorgeous. Okay. Oy, that's a lot. But look who came out. Strength. Okay, look at all the lion action. This is what I was talking about. Okay. I wasn't lying when I said something about that. Okay, look at passion. Passion flower. Gorgeous. This is your spark of your gorgeousness. Look, we've got adapt. Yes, the courage to trust in your own abilities to ride. Like we got divine timing. This is the conservation of your energy. All will be revealed in divine timing. And hope. Maintain a positive, clear, visualization of the love. Of the love. Okay? Yes. Okay. What's she doing out there? I see Mims. So cute. Oh my goodness. But super vicious. Yeah. So talking about how she was teaching me about boundaries. She'd be lying there and she'd be so cute, and I'd come up and be like, oh my god, and I just want to be like, oh my god. She'd jump up and smack my hand and leave. And I was like, oh, dang it. And so I learned to just quietly approach her and to stare at her from afar and pet her with my eyes until we developed the trust. And then she lets me pet her. But still, she's not opposed to letting me know if I'm touching her in a way she doesn't like, right? Okay, what do we got? Anybody else? Oh, I thought there was one more in there. Okay, we got the octopus. Interesting. And get out. Get the frick out of town. Call home. Tell them you love them and turn around and come back home and be like, what? Okay, I don't know where we went, but can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? We've got 4 lions, okay? Yeah, exactly. This guy couldn't even handle it. Ingwaz was like, that's a lot of lying around, okay? Look at this. Behind the Emperor energy. No, we got the strength there. Now I'm all discombobs. Okay, what's this octopi here? What's this octopi? Okay, octopi, reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries and directions. Interesting. As we were just speaking about Mims teaching me about the way of the boundaries. Okay. The octopus signifies a wonderfully perceptive mind, paired with a lack of healthy boundaries. Okay. Unfortunately, this results in well-intended but messy relationships. The octopus entwines itself into other people's business and shares their own without restraint. They believe that's what it means to be close. If you notice after spending time with someone that you feel drained or uneasy, the essence of octopus is at play. Begin to establish healthy boundaries. Be patient and firm. It may be a very old habit to change. Yes, right? And when in balance, interested, engaged, and intelligent. When out of balance, needy, clingy, lacks courage. Whoa. Okay, sorry. To bring into balance, space to oneself and talk therapy. Okay, and it's also on a number 99. So this is what is, I feel like, residuals, right? Those last habits. And it's interesting because yesterday I went out to buy flowers and I came up to the guy working behind the counter, and I've dealt with this person before. And the first time I dealt with them, I accidentally triggered him big time, and he kind of overcorrected in the sense, or over triggered. I think, anyways, it was a whole thing. And then when I came in the next time, he was completely opposite, as if he had recognized that he was responding in a way that was weird. And so he was trying to make up for it. So it was very pleasant the last time. And then when I went in there this time, he was like, hey, and I was like, hey, and he's like, what can I get for you? And I'm like, well, I'm looking for some flour. And he's like, well, which kind would you like? And I said, I don't know. I kind of go by smell more than anything, right? And he was like, well, we have, several different price points. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. I go by smell more than price, right? And then he rolls his eyes. And I'm like, can I smell that one there? And he pulls it over, he opens it up, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, oh, that one smells good. Yeah, see, I got to trust my nose. And he's like, that's why I opened it up and gave it to you to smell. And I was like, whoa, okay, buddy. I mean, internally, right? Because externally, I am always mediating, right? That hypervigilance when you recognize that somebody is taking something differently or starting to be triggered. This is something that I've dealt with my entire life. So I'm very aware when someone is triggered by my essence, right? And no amount of what I try to do, no amount of pleasantry, no amount of trying to change my tone and my angle and to try and really be like, okay, thank you very much, have a great day, like, I mean, I'm the way I am. This is just me. I'm not like, hey buddy, like I consistently am like, hi, thank you, please have a good day. Like, I'm just a pleasant person. I think I'm pleasant. But anyways, this guy completely shut off. He just shut right off, went into just like autopilot. And at one point, I'm like, yeah, sorry, that must be really annoying for somebody to show up and not know what they want, right? And he just was just like blank faced, like, yep, whatever. Like, that was what his spirit was speaking to me as I was trying to like. And then finally I just said, okay, have a great rest of your day. And I grabbed my flower and I left, right? But the residual of that lingered throughout the day, or like after I left and stuff like that. I was starting to revisit that old program of replaying everything from all the different angles to try and justify or see where I went wrong or what I did wrong or whatever, right? But part of this process has been this recognition that energy is what triggers people. It's not necessarily what you say or do, right? This is proven by literally just walking into a room and having people be like, oh, and turn around and walk away. And I literally just walked into a room with a smile on my face, right? And so I had to keep reminding myself, it doesn't matter. He was triggered by your energy. We know that this happens, right? This has got nothing to do with me personally, although I am personally triggering people, but it is not something that I need to hold on to carry, right? But it kept kind of coming back. Remember when this guy got all triggered and I had to keep telling it, yes, it's fine. Yes, it's all good, right? And so I was recognizing it, not so much it as me losing this battle with myself, as more of a revisiting of an old way of handling various situations internally, right? When you take it with you and leave, and how long it stays active in your field. I don't know how we got there. I don't know how we got there, but we got there. We went there, and now we're moving on. Okay. Let's go to the lion. Okay. And that's the other thing with my transcription notes, is that once I do the editing and I'm watching the video and reading the transcriptions to edit, when I come across areas like that where I forget because I'm in channel mode, I can then repick it up from a different perspective later, right? So there might be more. If you need more, I don't know. There's a lot. Okay. Patient, regal, a complete master. Okay. There's your confirmation. Look at all the freaking lions. Okay. And the main card is courage and trust and love. You can't make this shit up. Okay. The lion is a master of the fire element. Gorgeous. Passion. And the living mascot of self-transformation. Dude, I don't even dude very often, okay? But when I dude, it's because there's 4 freaking lions that showed up in a reading around courage. Okay. A lion personality dictates their life, dedicates their life. But interesting Freudian slip with the dictates their life, especially with the second life bit earlier, right? And your active participation in how you want to participate in your world. Okay. A lion personality dedicates their life to a personal and spiritual growth. This dedication inspires some and intimidates others. Therefore, the lion is represented by all. No, why these words? Okay. Therefore, the lion is respected by all, but known intimately by few. What did I say? I don't know. Freudian slips, they mean something. We'll dive into that in the notes. Okay. Some mistake the lion as hard to access or aloof, yet those with a keener eye know better. Lions are observant, stealth, and precise in their words and actions. Beautiful. Also, with the King and Queen of Swords, I'm always wanting to say precision when it comes to them. And it's this intellect, it's this communication, right? Having precision in your communication. Same with your boundaries, finding the right combinations of words in order to have maximum impact. Okay. They do not waste energy or resources. This card reminds us that self-mastery is available to all, no matter where our quest begins. Beautiful. Okay? Yes. When in balance, the epitome of peace and strength. There's your balance, right? This is the solar calm, the clarify, the stillness within to access your higher wisdom, right? This is the plug-in port. That whole bit about your intuition and your higher selves and all of this communication. Okay. When out of balance, withdrawn, and too serious, and to bring into balance daily meditation and friendship. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, it looks like there's some kind of friendship coming in here. Let's get a friendship card. Self-love and beautiful possibilities. Gorgeous. Confirmation here. Okay. Also, it's a black kitty. I don't know. The other day we had 2 black kitties here, and I was seeing black cats everywhere, big and small. Okay, and look at this beautiful possibilities card. Wow, your heart is blooming. All things are possible, right? Yes. This is what we're talking about here. You drawing in your gorgeous reflections. Okay. Yes, beautiful, gorgeous, and amazing. And anybody else? Kitty? Okay, kitty. There's that one of those black cards, black cat cards. Okay. What kitty's coming out for us to play? do that. It's the road less traveled. There's why you need courage. Because you're traveling a road that not many others do. Meet Silvio Silverma. You won't find him on the well-worn paths of habit and normalcy. However, if you brush away the spiderwebs and circle around the giant trees, you will find Silvio wandering down a path with no paw prints. This road less traveled is often obscured by errant wildflowers and ferns, but if you look for it with an open mind, you will see its peculiar winding way. Turn off the made road and try something new, a new hobby, a new belief, a new way of doing something, a new perspective on a familiar situation. If you usually go right, experiment with going left. Okay. Gorgeous. This is what is leading you to your beautiful possibilities, is switching up your usual. Okay? Okay. Let's just do that. Let's just do that, shall we? And we'll see what happens. Okay. What do we got here? We've got the cheetah called it. This message brought to you by the cheetah. Gorgeous. See, things are going to pick up quickly. So make sure you're having fun. Okay, laughed often. We've got the refusing to be domesticated, standing in your own solidly grounded confidence in all things happening gorgeously. Okay, get out. We got a fifth lion here. Okay. Yes, we do. Yes, it happened. The lion landed on the lion, as well as your wish coming true. And you're gorgeously protected. Okay, the amethyst spider, which, I've was making a amethyst triangle of protection here. Okay, so trust your intuition because it knows what the hell it's talking about. Okay, and then we've got your self-care in your calm self-love. This is what is sending your wishes to source, right? You fuel the messenger with your gratitude and love. Okay? Yes. Celebrate the unknown, okay? Because it is leading you to more of yourself, and you're a freaking shooting star. Okay, we've got the sun and moon kitty here. There's your balance and your gorgeousness. We've got confirmations of gifts coming in. Beautiful. Okay. Treats being delivered by your inner child, and they're delicious. Okay, we got the fairy realms. I feel like the wisdom and your magic are all helping you lead your empire, because you need a healthy balance of both. Okay, we also have abundance that is meant to be yours. Okay, and something about your treasure found within. that is part of your rebirth. So, like your transferable skills, the stuff that you learned in your first life, alchemized into gems that will support you in your second life. Something like that. Okay, gorgeous. We got any more hiding? Sometimes I find them after, and then they're just for me. Okay. So, Major Cat. Confirmations here, energy. Okay, they're everywhere. And they're gorgeous. Wow. It's a wow. It's a wow on all the levels. Okay, trust the confirmations. Have the courage to trust the confirmations you receive, no matter how big they may be. This is why the humbling process, humility, has been such a reoccurring thing. It's a reminder, yes, you may have achieved a certain level of awareness and dimensional shifting, but it is also something that everyone is capable of doing. Not everybody does it. Not everybody chooses. Not everybody goes through the motions to make it happen, but everybody can, right? This is the biggest humbler. Yes, you get accolades because you chose to do it. You are leading by example. But you will also be joined by others who are doing the same. And that's a beautiful thing, okay? And that's what changes the world. So you're gorgeous, okay? Love and appreciate you and hope to see you in your second life. Okay. Love and appreciate you. And see you next time. Bye for now.